A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Murray now to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
Here's Murray. Addison hauls it in. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll run here with a rookie. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Claiborne. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
3 yards.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson 41 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
10 yards on the pickup.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Play fake. Here's Love. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He gets it to Addison. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Number 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On the handoff, Claiborne. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, what a catch by Hockenson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The give to Claiborne. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
And the Packer first down.
The football, it's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing, Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 87 yards. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. 3rd and 9 here.
It's a gain of a yard.
Off the play fake, Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Okay, right?
Love, they go play action now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
As a passer who is trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield, how about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Love now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And they'll go on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 30-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
5 yards.
A gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
The extra point.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Packers 7. Race back to kick off for Green Bay.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Murray now. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Murray. It got his man complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love from the gun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's Rodgers on the return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Now Murray. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass complete to Addison. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A handoff. It's Claiborne. There's the stiff arm. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
On the play.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Murray. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Escaping the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll go with Claiborne. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second down and goal. Murray. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. It's Claiborne. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
Let's go. Thank you.
To throw now. Here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Love looking to throw it.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
24-yard gain on the play. And a Packer first down.
Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
First and goal, Green Bay.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Here's Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, the pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
From the 4-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love, this is 3rd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Come on, set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw it. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Murray. And he is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw. Murray. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. He's across midfield.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Green. Hey, shift.
Throwing again, Murray. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
12-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Justin Jefferson.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some...
And this will be caught. Forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season,